Hi, BonBon here, how you doing? Welcome to my first Let's Play for 2 years. It's been a long time, the game has evolved so much with mods and assets and DLCs in the last 2 years that I figured it was about time that I responded to your constant requests and do a Let's Play. Now, water pumping facility, where better than the wetlands? So we'll be using custom assets throughout this series, and we'll be doing groundwater pumping in this little clearing here. I figured what better place than this little clearing here for the water pumping facility. Now I thought long and hard about how I wanted to do this Let's Play, because I've always figured that this channel has been about the creators rather than about me. I've got this, I don't like taking credit. You know, I like other people to take the credit where possible. So what I'm going to try and do is, throughout the series, when I use an asset or an anything, a prop or whatever, I'm going to include the link to that particular prop or asset in the description down below, and hopefully give it credit as well. For example, right now I'm currently failing badly because it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Don't worry, it gets better, guys. I'm currently failing with Parking Lots Roads by Baddie Deer, or Baddie Day, as Zach would say. I'm not sure. Baddie, could you let me know if you're watching this? Are you a deer or are you a day? I'm not sure. Fantastic. I don't know, it's somewhere between an asset and a mod, really, isn't it? It is basically a set of assets that you can put together to create a well, basically, parking, custom parking. Do a lot with these, actually. I think I'm using the worn version there, but I'll try and include the correct link down below. Now, one of the other what's it called, modular water pumping systems that are available is the Fairmount Water Works by donoteat, and a few of the buildings that you've seen put down here are from the Fairmount Water Works, like this building here. Now, I figured it looks like an office complex, so I'm going to put that down near the entrance gate. That's where the office workers will be coming to work, and we figured obviously we're going to need a little bit more parking down here for the office workers. So that's what we're doing at the moment, putting in a little bit of extra parking like that. And obviously I'll be doing tweaking and maybe coming back and fixing bits I don't like later on in the build as well. I wanted to do a slightly different parking feature here than on the ends there, because I don't want the whole thing to look very generic. I want it to have the BonBon twist to it, and some of you might not like what I'm doing, but hey, that's tough. Now so this is the once again back to the Parking Lots Roads. Well, what I want to do is I want to put some actual custom line markings on this particular section. I'm in the UK, and in the UK we've got specific line markings. So I found, thanks to Macwelsman, the UK Road Project Revived Markings Prop Pack. And I'm just going to do some yellow hashed mark. Some of the line markings available on the workshop are just too sharp, too bold, and too vibrant. These work beautifully for me. Really do like them. I was going to do a little hashed box around this, but in the end I decided to go with KingLeno's, what was it? It was the Curb Props 2, and that's one of the planters within Curb Props 2. Do check that one out. Back to Macwelsman's decals here, using the prop line tool to create that. That's with a spacing of 1 meter, if in case you want to try and recreate that yourself. Now we've also got here, we've got the Aeration basin on the left there, the big square rectangular thing there with all the windows in it, and then we've got the clarifiers. Now both of these are by Avanya. Avanya is an absolute legend. She's a really lovely person, and I had a chat with her a couple of years ago, or just a year and a half ago now, on my chat show Skylines Talk, and I'll put a link to that up in the window, top right hand corner right now. Should be flashing at you. And if you want to go, she's actually well, first of all, knows everything, well, almost everything. Most things. She's not bad, shall we say. And she does create some of the best industrial assets as well. So definitely worth checking out her collections, and certainly go and have a listen. We had a really good chat. We did really good. Also did one with KingLeno as well. I'll try and include that in a later show. I don't want to overwhelm you with things to watch and do. Right. I'm trying to find some fences at the moment. I've got. I want to outline the area. What else have we missed? I also included a medium and a small water pumping station in this build. The small one's the one that's on the opposite side of the road there, and the medium is on this side. And these pumping stations, just to add a little bit more build to the area. There's the medium one right there, bottom left of your screen now. So we're using a generic DLC fence. This is the industrial fence around the outside, just to secure the place off from people just wandering about. I want to make it a bit more secure. I wanted to make the place look like it's got gates. I couldn't find any gates that I was particularly happy with, but this is the sort of facility that would just have, hinged fence gates with a padlock on them. Currently using Surface Painter by a Bloody Penguin to give a different texture to this area down here. Right at the back of the facility is where it would be sort of like I'll just dump the stuff at the back there, mate. Keep it away from the offices, keep it nice and tidy at this end, and this is the grubby end, the stuff where just things get dumped off. And just using some generic crates and pallets and things like that, and trying to avoid those ones that use the 7,000 triangles as well. I'm just going to tidy up a few of these bushes, add a little bit more foliage inside of the gates as well, because it just brings the place to life. We are a few of those there and there and there. Anything that I've used already in the map build, I won't go and repeat. Oh, this is this tree again, because, well, if you've been following the map build, you would know all about it. And if you subscribe to the map, then you'll get these items already, as a matter of course. Right, okay. What are we doing now? Now, a few more, a bit of tree detailing, and a bit more of the third dimension into the build as well. I figured we could do with some existing prop trucks and cars, just to bring life, so that if no cars are actually using these parking lots, at least it looks like they are. So in terms of car props, I'm going with Ninja Noob Slayer's collection. Ninja Noob Slayer just basically makes the best cars. I mean, there are one or two exceptions, clearly, but there are no bad cars from Ninja Noob Slayer. So I'll pop a few of these in here, so that even if, like I say, we get no vehicles coming down here, well, there should be, because there will be workers coming down to work here. So at least we've got some life in terms of vehicles there. Right, now we're going to have to do a little bit more detailing. I figured, how about down here, in this little area here, which is part of the Fairmount Water Works. This was supposed to be like a viewing area anyway. I figured just a nice place for people to come and sit down, have their packed lunch, during their break. So it's going to be a long way from anywhere convenient to have a break. Good drive from the town. So here, just now prop packs. Excellent. Now we are looking at the Pipes Props Pack by Avanya. Really good set of pipes that work together really nicely. I didn't want to overdo it. Just a few pipes here and there that makes it look like everything's pumping in and out. And there we are. Another one over this side as well. Just a shorter version. I haven't got the room for the big pipe there. Just a small one like that. That was the Pipes Prop Pack. Now this front part of the area just looks a bit dull. So I'm going to add a bit of extra foliage. We've got two sorts of grass going on here. The Brown Hill grass by pdelmo. And the TOD brown grass, that's the darker grass you see there, is by templeofdoom. TOD brown grass and the Brown Hill grass by pdelmo. And then adding a little bit of the third dimension, a little bit of height in there, with the cluster of green shrubs by pdelmo. Surrounding it with a fence, and the fence is the Wooden Fence 2 by Rick 4000. So if you like that fence, there's that fence for you as well. Once again, use the prop line tool to get the fence. It wasn't quite perfect, but still, I'm quite happy with the end result. I wanted to do something similar on the other side as well. Hang on, I've got some desire lines first of all, using the surface painter just to give the tracks that makes it look like people are doing a little walk around the grass. and creating like their own footpaths. That's like a back door out of the offices there. So maybe you're going out for a cigarette break if you're into your cigarettes or other other types of smoking equipment. Then yeah, so little desire line there. And then I figured maybe people would take a little path down the back side of here to maybe have a little cigarette down by the outside fence as well, away from the road. So that's my thought, that maybe people just do that if they're out on a break, just to get away from work and so on. And that's about it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode. I can't promise you when episode 2 will be. It's one of these things that I'm going to try and fit in around my regular Watts maps, my tutorials, the chart shows, and everything else that I do as well. City Edition as well now. Don't miss City Edition. We are currently focusing on one of Strict Toaster's most recent builds. Do check that one out as well. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy with this area. I'll probably come back and just do a little bit more tweaking in the future, but for a first build. Also, you may notice some garbage cans at the moment. Of course, there's nothing else. This is just the water treatment. They don't even have electricity at the moment. So yeah, the only sign that there's any problems are these garbage cans accruing outside. Why you'd have garbage cans outside Clarifier, I don't know exactly. So that's it from me for today. Thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell if you're interested in watching some more of this series, so you'll be reminded when episode 2 comes out. I'm hoping it's going to be regular Fridays, but I can't guarantee it because this is something new for me and I've got to find the time to do it as well. Right, that's me done. Have a great day. I've been BonBonB and you've been very, very welcome.